What's up, my fellow creepers and things that go bump in the night? Welcome back, yes, back to another episode of Creature of the Night. I am your host, Toxin, your friendly neighborhood sinner. You should know what to do. Slash that subscribe button and ding that little bell to let you know every time I upload so you can keep up to date with me, guys. Now, going into it, guys, it's so popular now. It's everywhere. It's trending. You're not considered weird anymore if you like serial killers, just because, again, it's everywhere. It's shoved down our throats by the media. But I remember a time when being different, listening to heavy metal, liking anime, liking Pokemon and all this other crap, digging into serial killers, you were considered weird, you were bullied, you were beat up even by people because you were considered outcast. So it's fucking stupid that I see it all over social media that it's like the thing to do now.
What did he say?
But guys, I'm speaking of course of the newest edition of Monster, Gein.
You're the one who can't look away.
It's a sin.
Didn't mean to go on a little rant there, but guys, going into it, I thought I had a pretty clear idea of who Gein was and what he did. So it turns out to be, I was like, you know what, maybe I didn't research him enough. Like, I didn't know that there was a lot of people that, not a lot of people that he killed, but it was a few more than I thought. Maybe one or two, but I think it turned out to be like 4 or 5 people. And it was like how far he would go with the bodies, everything that he did with them. I know he was creating furniture. I know he was creating clothing with them, even wearing the skin at one point.
What?
But I did not know that he actually had schizophrenia or how far that went down. I knew that he was abused by his mother, but to the extent I was not familiar with. So much so that he was ashamed almost to be a man. And I just think, I was like, wow, everything that this guy did and going into, it was pretty crazy. Like, it was kind of, he was already made to be a serial killer. He kind of didn't stand a chance. And he didn't really have the proper guidance going into the world to, you know, get his footing underneath him and actually be the person he needed to be. But yeah, seeing everything, and I thought it was fascinating that what this show did was a side-by-side comparison and showing that what he inspired throughout history. Now, I knew he inspired a generation of film. I did not realize he kind of inspired serial killers as well. He kind of inspired Ted Bundy. He had something to do with, I never even heard of this killer, Richard Birdman Speck. That was pretty interesting to find out. And all these people that kind of, not, I wouldn't say looked up to him, but I guess so. Idolized him about what he did in life and how he did everything. So they were kind of following in his footsteps. But going into it, I didn't really think that it was. I was surprised about how much media that he inspired. Not only Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, but also Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Silence of the Lambs because of Buffalo Bill. It was amazing to see like everything that he kind of had a foot in. Like he really did change and alter a generation, and it was crazy that they implemented elements of that, such as talking to the mother, dressing up as a woman,
Gein.
Certain the shower scene or the chainsaw scene when he's chasing the truck to get the final girl, or the dancing while dressed as a woman that is from Silent Hill with Buffalo Bill, which that ruined that song. That was a great song. I'm not weird for liking the song. It's an awesome song, but it's crazy that, you know, damn dude, like they really took this guy's life and made it something like, oh god, we kind of like idolize these movies now versus like, dude, if you saw the real horror and the stuff that this guy did with the bodies, dead or not, the horrible stuff that he did that he may not have known he was actually doing was pretty insane. And I thought it was crazy that, you know, it did show his psyche. That's what I love about it. It dives more into the psyche and like what was wrong with him mentally. I heard the best description in this show about schizophrenia, that versus if we drop something, we're just sometimes like, oh, fucking idiot. Oh, klutz. Wow. Way to go, dude. He hears the exact same thing, but it's coming from a complete stranger across the street. Like, somebody belittling him and stuff, but it's its own self. Something was wrong with the right and left hemisphere communicating with each other, or having the analogy of your mind being a shattered mirror. You're seeing all these memories, or you're seeing what you're doing, but it's kind of reflecting back at you, so you can't really tell what's real or what's not. I thought it was crazy that he passed the poly, although I know now it's like debunked. It's kind of easy to pass those, but at the time when they're coming out, this is like what they would rely on. That he was so calm and that he was telling lies, but they were the truth. Who knows what he actually saw in his brain? What his brain was telling him, what was real or what was not, or what his brain was actually letting him remember what he did or whatever. Just because it was so calm that, damn, maybe somebody's framing me. Why are you beating me? Because even though your mother's fucking sawed in half in my barn, strung up like a deer, why are you hitting me? I didn't do that. Like, it was crazy just to see the extent of that. And then he kind of got mellowed out with his medicine. I'm gonna be real, guys.
Go on to your butts.
And this goes for all shit in fucking horror movies. I know sex and violence go hand in hand. It's a situation, we're never gonna escape it. It just happens. I'm gonna be real, I'm not big for sex scenes.
Gay.
Rather it be hetero or homosexual in films. I don't think we need it. If it doesn't add nothing to the story, then I don't fucking need to see it. The sex scene in prison between Speck and that other prisoner, why? And why did it go on for so goddamn long? Why was it necessary? What did it add? Okay, that he's pimping himself out to survive in prison, and that he has hormonal developable tits that he snuck into prison so he can survive. I don't give a shit. The show's not about him. I don't fucking want to know anything. I didn't need to see that. I'm just being honest. But that goes for every sex scene in horror movies. You could do it tastefully and get it done fucking real quick. Why do we have to linger on it? Why? What does it add to the story? Again, unless it adds something to the story, besides the fact that, oh, well, it's teenagers being sinful and not waiting till marriage. Okay, we're not in that time period anymore. Fucking shit's changed. It's a goddamn free-for-all now. I'm just being honest, guys. If you don't like it, don't go out in the world. I don't know what to tell you. But I was like, I'm just tired of seeing it. We don't need to see it again unless it adds to the story. So just whatever. I'm gonna be real, guys. Out of the three that of the monsters that I love, Jeffrey Dahmer. That one was fucking goated. I love that season. Did not care for the Menendez brothers. It was so boring. I had to force myself to watch it because it was just taking too damn long. I didn't find anything interesting about it at all. And then Ed Gein kind of redeemed it for me. Again, I feel like it was like slow build up. It was giving us good story. And then once they kind of figured out who was doing the killings or digging up the bodies, that it kind of rushed. I feel like the last two episodes is kind of like where it fell off for me. But whatever, guys. Charlie, you did a great job as Ed Gein. That was pretty dope. I can't wait to see what's more. I believe it's going to be a female serial killer, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't know who she is, so I will do some research on that. But yeah, guys, like I always say, if you're not sinning, you're not having fun. Beware the moon, guys.